What's going on, Jeromes? Unfortunately, it's coming up on the most wonderful time of the year. NFL draft season, mock draft season is upon us, and Mel Kiper Jr., the grand poobah of the mock drafts, taught. He released his mock draft 1.0 for the 2025 class, and he gave some nice to the Minnesota Vikings in Notre Dame. Lengthy outside, inside corner, Benjamin Morrison. Love his versatility, love everything about him, right? So this is what Kiper wrote. 24, Vikings, Benjamin Morrison, cornerback, Notre Dame. Minnesota has big-time cornerback questions. All three starters, Stephon Gilmore, Shaq Griffin, and also slot guy Byron Murphy Jr. are free agents, along with backup Fabian Moreau. So even though the Vikings led the NFL in interceptions by quite a bit, 24, 5 more than second best, they might have to restock the cornerback room in the draft. Morrison missed all but 6 games in 2024 with a hip injury, but he's a top-tier cover man. He has sound technique, and he has the ball skills to keep Minnesota's interception total high. Morrison had 9 picks and 21 pass breakups over his career. And Morrison, he is as advertised. So it's unfortunate that he had that hip injury, only got to play in 6 games this year. I feel like Notre Dame maybe could have used him against Ohio State and Jeremiah Smith. Just maybe. Right, but he is only 20 years young, turns 21 in March, 6 foot, $190, former 4-star recruit from Phoenix, Arizona. Immediately started for Notre Dame as a true freshman. It was named 2-time first-team All-Independent team since Notre Dame's not part of a conference, but I feel like that's sort of disingenuous. Congratulations for being better than, UConn and Kennesaw State players. But over 31 games in his career, 84 tackles, 9 interceptions, 18 passes broken up, 82.1 PFF coverage grade, which is it's good. It's pretty damn good. And his draft profile from over on Bleacher Report: positives: smooth athlete with good short area quickness and lateral movement. He plays with a fluid back pedal and controlled balance. That's what I like to hear. That word salad about cornerbacks. That's what I like to hear. In coverage, he keeps very good leverage and positioning on receivers, and he works downfield. He squeezes off their lane and looks to attack the ball. Has shown flexibility in playing both outside and slot cornerback positions, which is going to be key for Flores. Shows the necessary timing and ball skills to decipher what is needed at the high point when playing the ball. And that's what's good too, where there's a lot of corners who just gamble and try to jump up the interception total. But from what I glanced at with Morrison, he does high point the football. He does come down with it and contest to catch spots, as well as his interceptions are much more about reading what the receiver is doing as opposed to just taking wild chances, which is good. It shows good physicality and willingness to set the edge and get involved in the run game. And if you look at the Vikings cornerback room, like Kiper said, free agents are in cyan, but Gilly, Shaq Griffin, Byron Murphy, Fabian Moreau, the only 2 corners coming back are Dwight McGlothern, who made the 53 as a UDFA last year, as well as you do have Mekhi Blackman coming back from his torn ACL. So I do like McGlothern. I do like Mekhi Blackman quite a bit, and the Vikings certainly could do some damage at corner in free agency. But overall, there's a lot of directions the Vikings could go in the first round. But if Morrison is there at 24, frankly, I would put him in the top 3 at corner in this draft. Also, depending on how you see Ravel from East Carolina coming off that ACL. But what's interesting is that at the back end of Kiper's mock, they had 2 defensive tackles, Walter Nolan from Ole Miss, as well as Kenneth Grant from Michigan. Now, if Grant was there at 24, 100% all in. I'm taking him. I like Walter Nolan a lot, but I see Grant as a more complete defensive tackle, or Deion Walker could be in that spot as well. But I've been imploring the Vikings, hey, defensive tackle and running back in the draft, and in free agency, focus on interior offensive line as well as cornerback. But we'll see what happens in that regard. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Mel Kiper Jr. mock draft 1.0. Giving the Vikings Benjamin Morrison from the Notre Dame University. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys know what to do. Skull production value.